I have been playing Soundmap for a year and I have posted a load of videos and tutorials, but they are all different type of videos like gem guides, XP guides, how to get rich guides. As a thank you for helping me reach 1K sub, I'll make a complete guide with everything in one video, so sit back and relax because this video is going to be really long, and at the end of the video, I'll make you a professional Soundmap player. I'm going to start off simple so new players can understand all the other stuff I will be saying later in the video. If you just got an account or just started or haven't played much and you aren't that stacked, I would recommend you to go for a diamond badge. You see like one of these that I have. To get a diamond badge, for example, Travis Scott, you need to get every song of their discog. And then after that, you got to get 5 shiny songs, which I would recommend you to get like uncommon and commons. Don't go for rare shinies because there's no reason to do that. You'll still get diamond badge if you have rare or a common shiny song. After you get diamond badge, a shiny quest will pop up, which you do once a week. It would be like merge 5 songs of pop that are shiny, and to get like a shiny song, it'll cost 3 to 5K. So in total, it'll be about like 30K, I'd say, to get one of a popular artist. And these shinies could literally be up to 150K if you get a rare. Or let's say, for example, if you have a Juice WRLD or Kendrick Lamar uncommon, like their uncommons are so inflated. You could get like you could sell it for like 80K. Also, in general, the platinum badges, I've mentioned this before. If you get a platinum badge, you could just sell the rares, like some people do. And then after that, you could just quest them all back. Literally, it takes 1 quest to get a rare back after you sell it. So rares and commons are basically same value for you because they both take 1 quest. So I would recommend you to only put the rares up. And if you have a lot of like platinum badges and you're doing a bunch of artists at the same time, you're putting so many rares up, I would recommend you to get trader boost, because you can just re-roll all these to like trade with a certain amount of people. I've done this before. I had like 100 artists or something like that, and I would like do 10 artists that I have a platinum badge of, and I'll just sell their songs for really cheap, and then I just re-roll all their quests into a easy quest. For example, like trade with a certain amount of people, and if all of them are trade with 5 people, then I'll trade with 5 people and I get 10 songs out of that. If you're doing a quest and you want to do that, you want to trade with people, you just click trade to get the certain song you need, or just trade with someone. If you're trying to play the game for long, I recommend you just get premium. As you see, first thing, it's good because there's a 3x map on each side, so you get 12x the amount of songs you would get from just playing regularly with no premium. You also invite 8 people. And if you invite people, I think you get these stuff for free if you invite like a certain amount of players, or you get the coins. I don't know what it was. But if you invite people, you can also get it if you don't really want to be in the free to play side. All I gotta say is every player in this game that played for over a month and has gotten it, they didn't regret it, because 3 trades is the worst thing ever. I have like 200 trades up. And the fact that I have to watch an ad for every single one of these that I put up, that's just crazy. I would never do that. It makes your game 10 times easier. It makes you get 10 times more progress. So definitely recommend you to get it if you haven't gotten it yet. Let's say you have premium and you have a pretty good amount of songs, but no one is requesting for them. Well, this just frustrates most of the Soundmap community, and everyone says it's usually luck. Well, what if I told you it actually isn't? If you look at the top players, you could see they get hundreds or even thousands of trades a day. This is because they know stuff you don't. Well, you don't have to worry, because I'll be telling you the methods that you need to know. First, you have to know how the human mind thinks. Well, you're probably saying it's pretty obvious. Like, everyone's got to know how someone thinks, how to get someone to your songs, to like buy your stuff. Well, it's not as simple as it seems. You got to look at yourself and think, what makes me want to buy something from someone else, and make them really want to like spend their time to send you the request, because some people are like lazy. Me personally, I'm kind of lazy to just send the songs. I keep on repeating it. It's kind of boring. But you basically have to catch the human's eye and make them want to come to your trades instead of other people's trades. One thing is the trade notes. You guys could really copy mine, and you could even copy the also sub to Soundmap Central on YouTube one. I wouldn't mind. A great promotion. But basically it says we'll take favorite swaps plus coins or just coins. No lowballs. I have hundreds of I'm promoting my shinies and moments that I have in my profile for more people to basically go to my profile and get more than just one song. Never put a price, because people would just scroll past yours, right? And they would look for anything that's probably cheaper than what you're selling for. So if you don't put a price, they'll ask you how much, or they would offer on your thing. After you decline, they'll still probably request back because it's already there. They don't gotta look for more. You're just there, they can already trade with you. So basically it tricks them into thinking, I could just offer a little bit more, just 5K more. I could probably get this for 10K more. Now, another method I would use is don't put every artist, all these different artists in one trade. For example, you put Travis Scott songs, Taylor Swift songs, Kendrick Lamar songs. That would just mess up your, the people that are looking for that song. This guy right here that's selling these people, they're probably gonna get way more offers than someone that's selling this, just 2 out of all these. Due to the fact that people come here, they wanna buy a full discog usually. That's why someone would buy songs. So they don't wanna just buy one at a time. It takes a lot longer. If you buy one from a different person every time, for example, if you buy one for J. Cole, one song, he has 180, so it would take them 180 trades just to get a full discog. Instead, they could find someone with 10, maybe even 5. 5 is still good. 5 to 20. It just basically saves people a lot more time. They'd rather just go trade with someone else than you, that you just have one song up, which they can see, instead of someone else that has all their songs up. Same thing goes with album covers and rarities. For example, if you put all the shinies up, I'll put all the commons together up, all the rares, all the uncommons, all the moments in one trade. As you see, I put different artists, but for an artist I actually collect, Playboy Cardi has his own album covers. I only put 3 different album covers here. Here I only have 2 different album covers, so it's the blue, the red. It looks kind of cool to bring more people to your trades. This has the same album cover. These are just all the commons. This one has all the same album covers. Basically, this is what brings more people to your thing, because if they're looking for one song of the album, they see the entire album, why don't they just buy the whole bundle, And you can just trick them to buying more of your songs. Also, do not put only 5 stuff up and think you'll be getting as much trades as a top player. Usually these players put 500 to 1,000 songs up, or trades up. And if you put 5, that means 100 times of more people will see their trades instead of yours, which means obviously more people will go to their trades. As you see right here, this is one of the top players. They just have so many trades up and basically the same note. It's crazy how the chances of them getting a trade is actually pretty easy because they have thousands up. Bumping your trades, I kind of suck at this. I get bored because I have a bunch of trades, 200 trades up, and I have to bump for it takes 20 minutes. But it's still good. You gotta bump at least, try to do it every 2 to 3 hours or 3 to 5 times a day to get the maximum amount of trades you could get. If you have a little bit of songs, try to do it every hour, but if you have a lot of songs and it takes a lot of time, then just do it every 3 to 2 hours. If you don't know what artist sells the best out of all these artists that are popular, don't worry, because this is the next topic. It's not that hard to find good artists. You could just search them up by who's the most popular artist, the top 100 most popular artist. This also goes with quests. Obviously, you could just, if you want to do the trader boosting where you could trade with a certain amount of people and you want to add a bunch of artists, just search up the top 100 and add them in Soundmap. Thankfully, Soundmap made a website where you could just search up the artist and you can see how popular it is. For example, let's do J. Cole. And it shows as 26.5 million followers. And it doesn't show the monthly listeners. It shows the badges, it shows all the stuff there are about him. So you can just basically look here. It's called soundmap.tools. Check it out. There's also a bunch of other stuff you could do here, which I'll be showing in a bit. Now for artists, I'm just gonna say that I sold the best were definitely Tyler the Creator, Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, Taylor Swift, all these popular artists. I'd recommend artists have less commons and less songs in their discovery. For example, like Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift takes 380 songs. Instead of doing that, you could probably get 5 different badges, which you could sell 5 different artists, which will be a lot easier than selling one artist, which is just Taylor Swift. Tyler Creator, he's only got 126. You could even get Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is pretty easy. He's got 46. Olivia Rodrigo, she's got 48. Billie Eilish, she's got 65. SZA, which I don't got yet, but she has 83 songs. Travis Scott, he's really popular. He sells really good. He only has 92 songs. So basically go for artists that are around 100 or under 100. This is the easiest thing to do, and you get a bunch of easy platinum badges. Shouldn't cost a lot to buy them. I think to get like a full Travis Scott discog, which if you're trying to do the quest method, I'll definitely recommend just only buy the commons and the uncommons and then do quest for the rares. Now let's talk about the shinies of the artists and which are the best to sell and which are the best to aim towards. Let's say if you have a bunch of gems, which if you don't know how to get gems, a lot of gems, don't worry, like I said, this is a complete guide, so that will be later in the video. Let's say you're trying to find an artist that sells really good and you could get a decent amount of profit off your gems. My top 3 favorite artists that I would say that I would sell the shinies the best, and if I had to choose what gem drops to buy, it would definitely be Kendrick Lamar, Juice WRLD, and XXX. These are popular artists, has a high market, and their songs are crazy inflated. The uncommons and commons, these markets are crazy. XX could sell for 80K, Kendrick Lamar could sell for 70, Juice could sell for 80 to 90K. And the chances of you pulling an uncommon is pretty high. I don't think they barely got any commons. XX does have a decent amount of commons. If you see the discovery, I think it's only one album, which is the instrumental stuff. The voice memo, yeah, that's what it is. The voice memos, he's got about 8 commons in his discog. You could always re-roll, but I don't know. I wouldn't go for him. I'd definitely go for someone like Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD, I think, only has 2 or 3. I think it might only be 2. Yeah, it has 2 commons. Now, that's for like just flipping artists. But I would say my favorite artist, and I don't really spend my gems. I like to save my gems. But the best artists that are really cheap for gems and sell the best. I know this might be like, might be favorism because I like both of these artists the most, are J. Cole and NF. Okay, this might seem crazy. J. Cole, he's only 50 gems. NF, he's only 40 gems. J. Cole, his markets. As a personal collector, I have like 70 of his songs that are shinies. I'm about like almost halfway there. But his market, there's barely anyone selling anything. And these like the collectors are always buying the ones that everyone's selling. So it's crazy inflated. All the other stuff not for sale. Like they're basically the only offers that are up are people looking for more J. Cole's, selling or buying. They're basically buying it. Some people are saying that they sell it, but that's unless it's a complete overpay. So everyone's basically just buying all these J. Cole's and not really selling any. And if they see anything out in the market that they don't have, they'll just buy it and they'll overpay. And the people would obviously accept an overpay. I've seen this personally. I have a couple songs that people don't, and they need like 4 more. And they would give me like 150K for an uncommon. I've gotten offered one time 200K for a rare. I obviously accepted this, but it's crazy how much the market is for J. Cole. Unlike the Kendrick Lamar market, which people always, if they get gems, they would just pay on Kendrick Lamar because that's the artist that is popular and they would know. Same thing goes with NF. He basically has a glitch where you can only pull 4 of his songs from map drops that are shinies. And he has a bunch of collectors, 7 shiny, 31 people that are in VIP. And there's only 4 songs you can actually get. The rest of them you can get with gems. He's only 40 gems and you could literally get a uncommon. I've got an uncommon, I got offered 100K. For a rare shiny, I got offered 150K. I still declined it because I would not spend my gems. I had to spend my gems just to get his diamond badge. But other people, like if you're just trying to spend your gems to get some coins off of it, I'll just recommend you spending on here because they'll probably offer you it a lot and you could probably accept because you're not really a big fan of him. Which me personally, I like his songs. The songs that are glitched, if you go here, rarity, shiny, these 4 that are uncommons, these are the 4 that are glitched. These other ones, I've gotten them from drops or overpaying for them because these are like my favorite songs by him. But these other 4, if you get them, just respin them. And you should get a couple good offers. The next topic I'm going to be touching on is epics. There are 4 ways you get epics. One of them being just buying them from shop. The other one is opening drops. And the last 2 is one from, you could have a chance of getting epics from just opening one of these shiny drops. Or the best method that everyone uses, and a lot of people, top players, use it, which is questing for epics. So I'll be explaining you guys how to quest them, how does it work, the cooldowns, all that, everything you need to know. So epics actually have a cooldown. The cooldown could range from 200 to 500, which means when you pull an epic, you will have to wait 200 to 500 drops until you're eligible to get another epic. This is based off rarity, so if you get a rare, it increases your chance. Like you have to open a lot more drops, and if you get a common, you have to open less drops. This also goes with questing epics. You have to open a certain amount of drops. Your cooldown has to be over until you can pull another epic from request. So what people usually do is open about 300 drops, just like spam buying drops. Like this, for example, I just spent 1,500 for a hip hop, rare, but they basically do that. And then after their cooldown is over, you don't know for sure, but you gotta like estimate it around, and then they just start questing epics. But the problem with questing epics, the artist has to be top 200 or more. If they're like popular, like really popular, you can't pull them. They have to be top 200 or more for that category. So the best artists for you to quest for epics are MF Doom, Netspend, Joey Badass, Osamason, Pokemon, Odd Future, Mos Def, Jack Boys, Donda, Vultures, Jev Dot, Xavier, Bass, Moab Deep, Minecraft, Lil Darky, A Tribe Called Quest. All these artists you could pull epics from, and the way you could check is going on the Soundmap Tools website, which I'm on right now on the Soundmap Tools website. And let's say, for example, Netspend. If you want to see, it says Epic Quests and it says eligible. Meanwhile, J. Cole isn't eligible for Epic Quest, not eligible because his worldwide rank is top 200. So the chances of you pulling epics, lyrics, and shinies of each rarity is for epic. For a common, it's a 0.225% chance of pulling a uncommon. For an uncommon, it's 0.05625% chance of getting it. And for a rare, it's 0.0225% chance. Now for lyrics, it's for a rare 0.222% chance, uncommon 0.167 chance, and common 0.2. I don't know why uncommons are more rare to get than a rare. I don't know, that might be a bug in the code, but that's what I got told. For shinies now, to pull shinies also have a cooldown, but it's a less of a cooldown. It's like between like 20 to 50 songs. I don't know, it matters what rarity you pull. If you pull common, it's probably 50. If you pull like a shiny rare, then it's probably 100. Cooldowns are not affected by these gem quests. They're only from map drops. For a rare, it's 0.05% chance. For an uncommon, 0.125% chance. And for a common, is 0.66 chance. Now, next category I'll be talking about is the shinies. I just did epics. I kind of said a bit about shinies, about what artists you should do for shinies. But how do you obtain these shinies, and how do you get a decent price in like shiny flip, which is what I do, which is what all the top players do. Basically, shiny flipping, if you don't know, is basically buying cheaper shinies and selling it for market value. But in order for you to sell a market value and gain profit, you got to buy it for cheaper than market value. One way I find cheap shinies is in general just auctions. auctions, the songs are only up for about 24 hours. It could be less. But for example here, Pride, this ends in an hour, 56,000. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bid on this one. I'm about to get the song for 70,000. I've gotten 2 Kendrick Lamars for 70,000. I've gotten a Travis Scott for 90,000. These are all rare, by the way. Just from this method, which is absolutely crazy, judging by the fact that these could be up to 100K or even more than that. Another method is just lowballing players. That's how I've gotten my hundreds of shinies. I probably have more. This is how I got all these 735 songs that are shinies. That's why I got all these. I basically, more than half of it is just from lowballing players. This might seem cheesy, but if you don't do it, other players are going to do it. They're anyways going to steal from that player. There's nothing really to do about it. They still gain coins. They gain their favorite artist if you give them their favorite artist. And they still gain from it, and you also gain for it. Because they could just quit, or whatever. That's the whole point of the game. You got to find cheap stuff, even though it could feel like kind of mean, messed up. Like a lot of people say, it's just two sides of this. I don't know. I would say it's fine. It's the point. They accepted the trade, not you. You didn't force them to accept it. They could have just not accepted it. Other way to get shinies is by gems, which this is the next thing I'm going to be talking about. I recently just did a video on gems, but since then, I got a couple new stuff I found out that you can get gems from and better ways to get gems. First up is the games. The games right here, if you go down here. You get 1 gem a day, each day, just for watching 2 ads. Then every week, brackets. If you get a perfect bracket, you get 5 gems. If you get 1 wrong, you get 4. I think you get 2 wrong, you get 3. And if you get 4 wrong, you get 2 still. So you still get a decent amount of gems. You just gotta get like 1/4 at least right, and you get a decent amount of gems. Now, next thing is daily spin, which I just watched an ad. I just got 100 coins, but you could get 1, 2, or even 5 gems. Now this one's the easiest one. It literally takes 2 seconds. There's no reason for you not to do. It's from just basically guessing. You just click more, less, and then you click just continue. And if you get 2 of these right, you get 2 gems. You can't get 3 gems from this. The max you get is 2 each day. But all you gotta do is look at the weekly average. If it's more than how much the weekly average is, you just say more. If it's less than how much the weekly average is, then you say less. It's really simple. Not that hard to figure it out. Now, Ox Battles, this one doesn't really give you that much gems, but you can still do it. It still gives you 1 gem. I'm just gonna put Fire Song. I'll recommend you to put a popular song so it wins. I don't like Travis Scott. I know a lot of people do, but it's just not my type of music. But I still put him because he's a really popular artist and a lot of people like him. So I just put his most popular song, which is Sicko Mode. And I usually win about 75% of the time. It matters what they put, probably because they would put a more popular song or one better for the category that he says. Because make sure to read the words, because sometimes that's what matters. My next 2 games, these are the best ones to get gems, personally, in my opinion. It's definitely got to be the number 1, these 2 together. So first one is Artist Guesser. I'm going to tell you guys the strats on how to get these first and second try, guaranteed basically every time. So what you got to start first is, when you start, click on a hint, right? And let's say you get popularity, which is probably the best ones to get. And second is the year they were doing it. I'll say the worst ones is the members, gender. Genres is probably the second best. Country is decent, but popularity and depth is probably what you want to get. You could still get it in 2 tries if you get like any of the other stuff. This is where this app comes in clutch. This is the best thing for Soundmap. Like, this is the best thing that's on this app, which if you go Soundmap tools, you could get started. Now there's like, the artist overview, the thing that I just showed you. But then there's these 2 stuff. These basically just give you the right answer. Let's say, for example, you click on this for the hint. And your first hint, you even got to put an artist. Let's say your first hint was 122. That's their popularity. Now there's 5 different type of artists that you could possibly get. One of these 5 are about to be right, and you have about a 20% chance of getting it first try. If you don't really get lucky, you could do a second hint. You could use a hint every time you guess one artist, and you basically guarantee top 2. I mean, maybe you might get unlucky, really unlucky. You might not be like, you might not get the best stuff, like the best answers. Say if you use both hints, you only get the members and the gender. You might just get those both in a row, but it's definitely guaranteed in 3 guesses. 2 is a high chance, and 1 is, I mean, I'll say it's a 33% chance of getting first try. Now, this one is probably the easiest one to do. You don't gotta watch any ads. You could watch an ad for a hint. All it does, if you watch an ad, it just gives you the first letter of the artist's name. You basically just screen record a song, then you go on the website and you click Song Guesser. You put what genre it is, and you just select file and you enter in the link, and it should say you the best possible song. 50-50, the AI gets it wrong, so there's a chance the AI might get it wrong, but it's like a 50% chance of you getting it right. Here is my gem history. As you see here, I got 3 gems for getting Song Guesser right twice. And also, this is a good benefit of premium. In my last video, this actually wasn't a thing. It just got added like 2 weeks ago. I think only 1 week ago. Well, if you have premium, you get to do it twice. So I got to write second try on my artist guesser and write first try on my song guesser 20 hours ago. And I got a total of 12 gems from that. Then I got 2 gems for perfect bracket. You got a gem from Ox Battle. I got a gem for predictions. So basically, I'm getting like 15 to 20 gems a day. Not judging by the fact, but if I do trades, which is in quests and all the other stuff I'm about to talk after this, but I could get around 25 a day, which is 100 in about 4 days. Now this method is pretty broken. I didn't notice from my last video when I recorded my gem video how broken this method was until I bought Trader Boost, which if you have it, this is such a good way to get gems. Basically, you have, I think, like a 5% chance of getting gems. And if you do like the trade with a certain amount of people and you just keep on re-rolling it right, and you get about, I put around 100 popular artists, if you have a 5% chance of getting it, that means you get like 5 every round, which I could show you from my gem history a while back. It shows these are all, I got all these gems from quests. 17 days ago, I got 6 gems in 1 day from a quest. Then these other days, another gem I got from a quest, more gems I got from a quest. See, I got so many gems from a quest, and I would only do like 1 round, maybe 2 rounds a day, and I would get like around 5 to 10 gems every day. Meanwhile, some other people get like 1,000 quests a day. They stay on it for like 10 hours, and they get like 100 gems a day. I'm being for real. That's actually a thing. People have gotten over 100 in 1 day. Now, other ways you can get gems is just from leagues. As you see, I'm number 1. I get 15 gems. You can actually get 20 gems if you're in Diamond League, and you can basically look at the Soundmap website if you put on the question mark if you want to see how much gems you get in every league. I'm not going to say that in this video. I did say it in the last video, but this video is already too long. It's going to be like my longest video, and it's going to be lots of edits, so I'm not going to say that. You can look at my other video if you want to see, but you get 15 for Platinum for first place and 20 for Diamond. Another way you can just get gems is just from opening draws, maybe trades, anything in general. And also, they have a weekly thing if you get every single moment of that week, which, as you see right here, if you get all these 10 moments that came out this week, by the time this week is over, you get 5 extra gems. Now, I almost forgot about this before ending, but the daily rewards, you will get 5 every 14 days. And I just heard from last video, I saw in my comments, if you watch an ad for a 0.5 increase in your rewards, you actually get 8 gems on that day. So I'd recommend you to just watch an ad for 3 extra more gems. If you have been watching this video for a long time, it's already been such a long video, and as a thank you for watching it, put your usernames in the comments to show that you guys came all the way here and watched this entire video. Put your usernames in comment, and I'll pick one person and I'll show in the next video, and I'll give them 25k coins, not gems. I was about to say gems, but definitely not gems. Now, this is the last thing I'll be talking about is the XP guide. Basically, XP, if you want to know how to get to the top of your league, in general, get levels, which also I forgot to say this, every level you get, every 10 levels you also get gems. I forgot to add that in the thing. I know there was about to be a lot of comments that were about to say that, but thankfully I just noticed that. If if you want to get a bunch of XP so you get gems from that, rewards from here, I will be telling you guys the best ways to get XP. First up, in general, is just quests. Again, quests are just broken if you have trader boost. On one round of doing 100 of these quests, I would get around 5 to 10,000 XP, which if you do like 10 rounds in like 3 days, you get like 100k each 3 days, which is absolutely broken. Another way that most people get XP is just finding cheap drops, spamming drops. Try to get it epic, you also get a bunch of XP. And the last few ways is just in general, just doing regular stuff like trading and all the other stuff you gotta do in Soundmap. That's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I want to give a special shout out to all the members and all the donators for everything they've given me. And there's a lot of cool stuff if you want to buy a membership. I will use it to make my future videos and live streams better.